What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more Let's Play Destiny. In the last episode, we got a nice brief overview of Deep Dives, which are the last of the match-made activities available in Season of the Deep, and the second to last activity overall in the season that we have yet to show. That last one, of course, being the dungeon. Now, the dungeon's going to get taken care of a little bit later on in the season. We've still got a ways to go yet. In fact, if we can take a look at the seasonal quest Into the Depths, we're at step 15 of 39, so we're almost at the halfway point. In fact, I do believe this week's, or the one we're starting today, is going to be the end of the first half of this entire quest. So let's interact with the war table, see what we got. Oh, sonar station, I suppose. Sorry.
Your efforts are paying off, young wolf. It's time for another dive, and another haul of coral for the deputy commander. Assuming, of course, that you can prevent the deep from drowning you like a rat. Not that I'm worried about your capacity to do so, especially when Sloane's fighting by your side. She's always been one to shoulder a burden so that others need not. That's something I understand all too well. After the Iron Lords fell, I alone remained to keep the torches lit, to hold the banner high, and honor those who died in the line of duty. It was a lonely path, one I walked for centuries without complaint. Now, a legion of my former enemies walks beside me. I had forgotten what such camaraderie could be like, and I suspect the same holds true for Sloane. Keep that in mind when the two of you are in the depths. There's no weapon more powerful than the soldier standing next to you.
Too true, Saladin. Too true. Okay, so I'm going to be grabbing myself a deep dive key for sure right there. And we also have a few rank rewards that we can grab as well. So let's go after those. And ooh, we got a red border thread precipice. I also have plenty of engrams for the sake of focusing, but I'm going to be saving those for a little bit later. For now, let's just see if we get anything good here. You know, I'll take hatchling on this. And flash counter, that is actually a pretty darn good one as well. So yeah, that can be used for majors. I actually think I'll hang on to that. So instead of just straight up dismantling it, we'll just extract the pattern progress from it. But okay, so let's go back to our quest steps here. And I need to keep this thing like on at all times. Complete the mission Operation Fulgurite. Launch the mission from the Destination tab in the Helms. Let's do this thing. Right into the next operations. Nothing cute. This one is at the Abyss depth. So I keep forgetting if this is like the top layer or the third layer. I just know it's not the second layer. I'm pretty sure it's actually the bottom layer. The one that we hadn't yet seen before we did that little deep dive in the last episode.
Fire team, this is Operation Fulgurite. Scans have uncovered a rich shelf of egregore coral at a depth we've yet to explore. So rich, in fact, that it has attracted the attention of a Taken Knight and their minions.
And they're radiating Taken energy, turning our hall rancid. You don't mind if I take it from here, do you, Big Blue? Good. We're diving into the dark and robbing the Taken blind. Woo! Let's be heroes.
Indeed.
I love the Drifter. Okay, so I think I'm just going to stick with our normal build that we have been using, although I am going to go back to half-truths and get off of the rocket launcher because I don't need the rocket launcher for a mission like this because these generally aren't all that difficult in comparison. So, let's do this thing. We're starting here at the midnight depth.
Just so we're clear, disrespect the commander again, I'll hurl you off the arcology like a shot put.
That all it take to get you to surface? I'm betting the ocean floor feels like home sweet home now. Hey, Chief?
Deputy Commander.
Get swallowed up by anything big while you were out there?
Not much cover at seafloor. Before Asa, they tried.
Doesn't sound so bad. Open space, cozy long girl. How'd you sleep?
Like a lamb in power armor. Stay on mission, and don't call her that.
You know, yeah, I think I'd rather have the energy weapon increase, given that it's literally my primary weapon. And since both of them are at 10%, if the grenade enhancement was a little bit more substantial, I'd probably be taking that, but nah. So let's do this thing. Okay, so It's funny that Sloan is not used to the Drifter, because the Drifter don't play no politics. Want to know why? Because he's not part of the frickin' Vanguard. He's a Drifter. He does his own thing. He's not going to listen to your ranks and your medals and all that stuff, Sloan. Sorry, that's just not how it works anymore.
Since you strapped on that rig and walked out into the deep, I've been itching to know. You regret it?
Worried you couldn't hack it? From what I hear, you're a survivalist.
I've run from every damn thing, if that's surviving. But, you commit. I'm fixing to commit to something stupid myself. Get swept up in a cause. So be real. You regret it?
The Vanguard had a file on you. Doesn't paint you as the hero type. You might regret it.
Well, ain't that the truth?
At least he's honest. All right, into the abyss we go. So, what are we in for this time? We're gonna get ourselves the Egregore Resonator. Let's see what we find.
Deploying Tsunamimeter. This whole shelf is contaminated.
All right, let's fight some Taken. Here we go. Rather fight them than the... Honestly, I would rather fight them than the Fallen right now. They're a lot easier to deal with. So remember what we were doing before in the deep dive? Pretty much the same thing in effect. Dunk them in here. There's a reason these rooms are kind of set up the way they are. Yes, the jobs themselves are a bit on the random side, but it can still be mostly the same stuff more often than not. Ooh, yeah, let's take that. That was beautiful. Gosh, I love Trench Barrel so much. 1-2 Punch is slightly better, but only because it can be used infinitely, and Trench Barrel cannot. Well, I mean, technically it can.
Drink and let fill. In this strife, you are home.
Stop! Enough!
Okay, Xivu, calm down. Quit yelling at Sloan. It's making her sad. All right, I'm going to chuck that across the way and see if I can't get you, so he can't put his shield up. Let's take him with that. Ooh, there we go. That was perfect. Nope, let me punch. Let me punch. There we go. Sometimes, oh my goodness, the longer reach after a punch on the Arc subclass doesn't always work as intended. And that is probably my least favorite thing about this. Look at that one shot. That was just insanity. Okay, hold on. I want to keep combination blow up. So I'm going to come in here and punch y'all in a second. So let's do that really quickly. Oh, hello there. You're big. Now you're dead. Okay. We'll use our sword to kind of get across the gap here as fast as we possibly can. Hi! Now, if y'all just don't mind sitting in the middle of that, that would be great for me. Perfect. And you can have that grenade, and then I'll just kind of move on and go about my business here. Yeah, like I said, not too difficult, if I'm being completely honest with you. Can I get that punch in? Yeah, right before the timer went out. Oh, don't be doing that. I meant to pull my sword out there, actually. Hi. We got you two. Cool. We punched right into you right as you about blew me away. That is a nice way to kind of counteract the physics there. Okay, there's one more interloper somewhere, and we'll get him now. Oh, don't you dare. Don't you dare. Yeah, you're not escaping that by any means. And usually with Eager Edge, these guys just cannot hit you no matter how hard they try. Kill you. Perfect. Sometimes it's combination blow, sometimes it's cross counter. Either way, it's death.
I've seen you run moats faster than this. Pick it up.
Oh, come on. I'm being as quick as I can here. Plus, you've never seen me really run moats all that much. I think I've played Gambit maybe all of like 5 times on this account. So you're full of crap, Drifter. There we go. All right, let me just dodge you like that, and then we can kind of chain that damage together. Hold on. Well, I do that again. All right, here we go. Now, a good old punch ought to solve that problem. And there's Trench Barrel in action. Okay, we got a couple more over there. Just take them out really quickly. One more to do. If I can just keep hot swapping to it, I can go a lot faster here. Get that punch off before the timer goes away. And then y'all as well. I was hoping to dodge before they actually exploded. That's usually the key to keeping that going, is if you throw the dodge in fast enough before the chain lightning blows everything up.
Guardian, I just tangled with a massive Taken Knight. Blocked them, but they're right behind me. I'll keep their attention. Wait. They're gone.
That knight's headed your way, hero. Get ready for a showdown.
And that knight wouldn't happen to be named Kelgarath, right? The same Kelgarath that we killed in the last episode in that deep dive? Because I would assume so, given that he's the only boss that we haven't yet fought in the actual missions. Funny that that's the one that we randomly got during that deep dive run, but here we go. This time will be a whole lot easier, though.
I'm cut off. Give him hell, Guardian.
Show you how this fight's generally supposed to go. What's up, Kelgi? The most memed on enemy in the entire Destiny lore right there, by the way. He just finds ways to keep losing, whether he was an actual Hive Knight or when he was once he became Taken. He's just kind of always been the butt of every single joke across this franchise. And now, if I can't hit him with that, there we go. There, perfect. All right, time to get going on the punches. So, we'll be quick about this. And then if I can't do that, take that out. You know, you can shoot those shotguns off before the animation goes if you're quick enough about it, so keep that in mind. I'm probably going to lose combination blow unless I get this dodging quick. Oh, that's not going to help me. Hold on. Oh, don't be right between the line of the Taken bubble. Okay, I did somehow manage to get to ×3 with that, though, so I'm not going to complain about that too much. Okay, I think we're going to be doing some melee trench barrel damage on the boss for this next phase, so let's do this thing if I can't clear out his little buddies here. There we go.
Fulgurite taken from bone. Fight forever!
Look at that. Look at that damage. That was so insane. We did that all in the matter of 10 seconds. That is just a beautiful. I love this build. And it's ubiquitous, and it lasts forever, and it's just, it doesn't matter when you're playing with this build, it's always fun. And it really actually doesn't require a ton of thought either. It's just about topping off 2 abilities. And I'll never get tired of it. I mean, I've only talked about it 1,000 times in this Let's Play. But you get what I mean. You know why I'm so excited about it all the time. It's because it's fun, and it's also very mobility-based, which I think is where Destiny shines the most. Oh, I wasn't hoping to instantly kill you, but I did, so oops. Hold on. Aha! I got the goblin there, too, before anything else happened. Okay, now that Trench Barrel's active, we can just shotgun and punch. Okay, your shield is down. I'm going to kill this wizard first. And then, hi-ya! Beautiful. Okay, don't get up. There we go. That should finish the job. Oh, he thought he was slick. Oh, he was slick. He got protected through the bubble somehow. All right, hold on. Gone. See ya, Kelgarath.
Oh, they should have kept running. Look at them now. They're dead.
Well, if you didn't need the backup, I could have saved myself the leg cramps. Let's exfil. Get this back to the long girl. Yes, I like it. And hear what she's got for us.
See? It grows on you. Talking with her must be a trip and a half.
It's a bit like wandering out into the dark. You're lost for a minute, but then your eyes adjust and you acclimate. Things normalize.
One foot in front of the other. Funny how many things work like that.
Ain't that the truth?
I love that everybody just gets accustomed to the Drifter's lingo. It's because he has the best lingo. All right. That is pretty much going to conclude this episode, but we got that mission done fairly quickly. So tell you what, I'm going to finish up that deep dive that it is now asking me to do off screen. And then once we're all said and done, we will continue with this episode and see what we're given next. So I will see you all probably actually at the end of this deep dive activity in just a second. Oh, my gosh, there we go. Managed to do it. That was a much longer run, actually, than the first one, but whatever. Honestly, just as annoying. That splash damage modifier is just brutal to deal with in that. I mean, that's really what's doing all the damage in that particular run. I will be happy to run that again when there's a different modifier active, because that makes it really, really annoying. But let's head off to the helm and witness this conversation, quote unquote.
Oh, hey there, Valis. Germain. Or is it Dredgen Hope?
You know it's Drifter these days. Has been for a long time.
I was just speaking with the deputy commander. She's ready for you.
How's she holding up?
Sloane is a soldier, and that role has given her purpose. Hope. But she has been through a great ordeal. Her own personal dark age.
Yeah. That's a bad hand to be dealt. Maybe this can wait. Unless you want to tip one back. Talk about the bad old days.
What is that? Motor oil? Battery acid?
Only one way to find out.
You and I are among the oldest of our kind. Centuries we've orbited each other. Why now?
Why not?
Maybe another time.
I think Kaido's actually mellowed that old wolf out a bit.
For those who don't know, Drifter has an interesting appetite. He tends to like drinking and eating things that can outright kill you because, well, he kind of laughs in the face of death. So that whole motor oil, battery acid comment, that's actually not too far off from the truth. All right, let's head through the portal.
Shrouded in darkness. A promise of something more. Two halves of a whole, long divided. A schism between them. Reunited. A glimpse beyond. To the beginning.
It's a lot of words, but really, what does any of this actually mean? It just all seems like she's trying to communicate, but isn't really able to fully say what she wants to.
The plan's working. It's getting easier for me to parse Asa's thoughts, like a picture coming into focus. Other things are a little harder for me to wrap my head around. When I first heard of Saladin's Iron War Beasts, I didn't know what to think. We lost a lot of people in the Red War. The Empire took so much away from us, and now Saladin commands an Imperial Legion. They're the reason we had to fall back and regroup on Titan. Why I had to send fire teams down into the Arcology, never to return. Those Guardians died under my orders. They paid for our foothold in blood. When the pyramids arrived, there was no way in hell I'd give it all up without a fight. This is nothing compared to what others sacrificed. Completing the mission is how I honor them. Just like Saladin honors the Iron Lords, no matter who he leads into battle against our enemies. Stay the course, Guardian. Once Asa and I are ready again, it's back into the depths for us.
All right, there we go. An entire week's worth of stuff completed in exactly one. Wow, yeah, in one. Oh, hold on a second. I like that one. Chain reaction and duelist trance. I don't want to get rid of that so easily, but I need to kind of collect it to finish up what we're doing here. Oh, I probably should not have gotten rid of that, but oh well. That's my bad. Shoot. Well, I can't just dismantle it, so I have to do it to complete it. But yeah, we got an entire week's worth of quests done in one go around, so that's pretty crazy. Let me go drop a couple of things off in the vault really quickly, and then we can collect this. But this is pretty much it for the episode now. I feel like we've gotten more than enough done. We're going to be jumping back into the Into the Depths quest next episode. No more breaks, at least for right now. The dungeon is still a few episodes away, so we're just going to focus on continuing our way through this quest in the next one. So with all that said, guys, thank you also very much for watching. Oh, we already got that part, Sloan. Thank you very much. I'm just going to grab that. There we go. All right. Yeah, we're going to continue through it in the next episode and see where it leads us. But of course, like always, whenever we get to the end of this, let's end all of this by listening to a radio communication.
Saladin Forge. To what do I owe the pleasure?
Just thinking about the bad old days, like you said. And that bar you used to tend at the base of Fellwinter Peak. You went by Wu Ming, as I recall. Made some coin selling drinks to the Iron Lords. Then spent it hiring them to do jobs on the side. Remember all of that?
Yeah, I remember. You left out the part where you threatened to burn it down.
Maybe I should have. I never asked you why you ran that little operation. What did you stand to gain?
With how your pack of wolves tipped their bartender? Not much. That place never got too busy, but I had my regulars, and they all had their problems. Some of them just weren't that easy to see from on top of a mountain. Maybe I wanted to call them to your attention.
Ah, so you had a better perspective.
Not better, just different.
I suppose I can see the value in that.
Everything's got value, old wolf. You just gotta know where to look.